and then I'm getting information on each and every subtopic. You don't write subtopic in the paper, but that is how you separate paragraphs in your introduction. Same is true even the methodology or even the results. Okay, so keep that in mind. So that is what we do. Let us try on the introduction part with an example of the title: occurrence, persistence, and ecological risk of BPA in surface water. Again, my title, I'm going back to that. And you can try one by one. Later we'll do. Then you go to methodology. Same thing. You apply the same theory, all what I explained for the methodology, you will be getting the right methodology. Then I'm going to skip this one, it's no point. And then you go for methodology like this. Now, this is one example. Look at, when I ask for the methodology, it will give you the methodology in steps. Then I can be able to improve this methodology so that this would help you identify correct methods by which you can, come out with the proper protocols. So therefore, even you don't need to, go for, the paper. But at the time of preparation, your proposal, you can find out your methodology or the protocol development very easily with ChatGPT, right? So that you will be enlightened of what other people have done. So therefore, that would help you figure out your methodology. Look at this. Even references are given. Even now, I will go one by one. Now, see, when I ask to exaggerate, they will give you first one: sampling. Collect surface water samples from various locations. This can be done using standardized procedure, such as grab sampling method to ensure consistency in samples. Reference is given. That reference is correct. Number two, extraction. Extract the sampling using solvent that is appropriate for the analysis of BP. This can be done using the solid phase extraction method. Perfectly correct. Reference is also given. Now, you may be able to understand very easily one thing. Whatever the references that are, not the property of any search engine or any publisher, you can get it right. Now, look at the US EPA document, correct, because it is open. If anything is in the open, to anyone free, that is correct. So therefore, keep that in mind. But if you are going to, get any information from a journal paper which belongs to that journal publisher, if it is not, published in open forum, so that you may not be able to get by ChatGPT. Right, so therefore keep that in mind. So with that, you can be able to again find, some clues with regards to references or citation. Look at this. Give me types of visual pucks to be used for BPA levels. Very important. Now, most of you go wrong, and nowadays you don't know how to put across analytical data. ChatGPT would help you come out with how to present your data or visualization procedure. Now, look at histograms, box plots, scatter plots, heat maps, contour plots, violin plots. Each has different meaning, right? Because nowadays, data science is a priority. Without the proper visualization techniques, your paper may not be accepted easily. But what to do, how or which method is best can be very easily obtained from ChatGPT. Usually I explain what I did, and then I ask what are the best visual, techniques that I can, come up for the journal paper. It will give you like this. Then I have been using it. Now, how we are going to use this? You have a different software. ChatGPT would not be able to give anything using histograms, box plot, scatter plots. But nowadays, what is most famous? Anybody who can tell me? I'm trying to help you. That's why I'm asking this question. If you know the best visualization software, used by many nowadays after AI, inventing tools. The best is anybody who heard a software called Tableau. That is the one. Tableau, 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 right? You can go to internet, the YouTube, and then YouTube will explain you what Tableau is and what it can do. Any sort of visualization method, within split seconds, you can put it. Right, your data may be in Excel, but they can import the data from Excel, and they can give you very nice visualization pictures, and there are a lot that they can be able to do. So keep that in mind. The right, the visualization technique can be obtained from ChatGPT. That I do. I always do. So that is up to the very highest quality. Right. So therefore, we have to see how we can do. Now, these are some examples. Look at the scatter plots in the bar charts, and then you get this one. If you look at very carefully, box plots. Now, in the box plots, you can see that there are certain dots outliers. Now, some you hardly remove your outliers when you analyze your data, but with this way, you can very easily remove, right? And then this is how you get the butt plot. So anything is possible with the Tableau, right? So that these are very easily presentable, and you know that when you are looking at the scatter plots nowadays, without this frequency chart, sometimes difficult for you to publish in very good journals, right? We hardly do it now. So these are your data, right? But you can see that there are some histograms here, pyramids like stuff. Those are, we call frequency drawings. And then now if you look at this blue, now this one you can see that it is, basically scattered in a small area. That's why this is something like that. But look at the, the yellow or maybe orange one, scattered more, right? So likewise, you can see a lot of pattern with this one. So keep that in mind. ChatGPT would be able to help you select the right visualization technique. That is what I showed earlier. Now this is again some others. Heat maps. You see heat maps, you can be able to see, I mean violin maps. Perhaps you, for the first time, you might heard this, the violin diagram. So that is very, very important. That says how good you are when you're looking at your control and experimental. Are they in the same, the external and internal conditions? If you do not maintain, you get something different, right? Right. So therefore, this will help you go to the next level of presentation of your results, right? For a very good journal, you need most of these. Then let's focus on results and discussion. But when you are looking at the results, never ever ask results anything from ChatGPT. ChatGPT has no idea what you have done. You write your results by yourself. Use the results, whatever you write. Ask for the discussion part. That ChatGPT would be able to give. Hope you understand. The results, ඔයා තමයි experiment එක කරන්නේ, ඔයා තමයි දන්නේ results. පළවෙනි කෑල්ල ඔයා කරන්න ඕන, ඔයාගේ results ටික ඔයා ලියන්න. ලියලා ඒ results ලියපු කොටස අර මම ඉස්සර කිව්වාගේ කෑලි වලට කඩලා ඒ පොඩි කෑල්ල ඔයා දැම්මම ChatGPT එකට ඒකේ discussion එක දෙන්න කියලා අන්න එතකොට ChatGPT ඔයාට discussion එක දෙනවා. That is how you are going to combine results and discussion section. Never ever expect results from the ChatGPT. It can't give you, because it has no idea what you have done. But it can give you the discussion part or salient features, important information that you should put across under the discussion. So therefore, that is how you use. Then comes the discussion part, as I mentioned. Same thing you can be able to do, so nothing different. And let us try on the discussion with example. I'm going one by one. Now this is example that I want to do. Can you see what I asked for? Can you give me what I can infer from the following results? Now you see, I have typed the results. My results part I type within brackets. Can you see? Within inverted commas. The average BPA levels detected in L1 to L16 were blah, blah, blah. And then based on the results mentioned in the paragraph, there are several inferences that can be made. Do you see? Now that is what ChatGPT gives me. But I'm not saying that each and every 5 bullets are important. Some of them are very important that I never thought. Right? So therefore, you can be able to get some of the discussions part easily from the ChatGPT in this manner. What can you request for the discussion part based on the similar cases worldwide that I can use? Look at the question. Can you give me the discussion with references on the following results, taking facts from other countries? See, one by one, I'm asking. Now, this is what I found in Sri Lanka. Now I need to compare. Can I get the similar results in other countries? Yes. So look at that. Very nicely it is given. But problem is citation. Now I need to find the right citation using some other technique. But you will be able to get the whatever the information are right. Information are not wrong. Information are right, but I need to find the citations so that my discussion part would be complete. Let us try on the graphical abstract with an example. Now, sometimes you see that you need to give graphical abstract, right? Particularly LCV journals, best journals, without the graphical abstract, you can't. That we have another, the software called Dell E2, again by OpenAI. This one you can download. Any drawing you can do. Anything that you want, you have to explain, you have to narrate in words, and it will give you. And then you can modify it, color it, and then change it. You can, get the isometric view scheme, and then the skeletal view, even 3D, and then, different elevations, upside down, anything you can do with whatever you develop. So therefore, this is what you get from the Dell E2 is unique only for you. Even if you develop it, you can sell. Absolutely no problem. But to come out with a proper, you have to pay some cents, US dollars, depending on the bytes, number of bytes it takes, or how difficult it is to draw. You have to pay, but it is peanuts, right? So that Dell E2 would help you come out with figures, drawings, schematic diagrams, right? Or let's say even with the pencil drawings, you can come out. It will give you anything. So therefore, remember, if you have a free time, you try to make use of, Dell E2 to come out with your figures. This is one example. Now, this what you see is developed by a person using Dell E2. See, you can see very nice figures, right? All again based on deep learning. That is called convolution deep learning techniques. From that only you can be able to draw this. Now, these are some of them drawn by various people using Dell E2. Now, you might, worry why you need such figures for your journal paper, but sometimes you need it for your graphical abstract. Now, this one you can turn any direction. You can put to any direction, and then it will be good for sometimes your notes, short notes, lecture notes. You can get anything. What else you can do with ChatGPT? You can prepare recommendation letters. Now, these days, people are coming, asking many recommendation letters. Everybody wants to go abroad. Very easily, ChatGPT will give you a recommendation letter, but not the same letter when you ask again and again. You get many different letters. You don't want to worry. There is no plagiarism when it comes to recommendation letters. Come up with keynote speeches. Any keynote speech that you want to make, ask, with the ChatGPT, and it will give even with the quotes. Even with the quotes, quotes are 100% accurate. Prepare grant proposals. Very easily you can prepare grant proposals. So your research proposal. Prepare lecture notes. Prepare questions and answers. Learn novel areas of research. Learn how to come out with protocols for research. Paraphrase sentences. Prepare scientific newsletter articles. Come up with coding for machine learning algorithms. All possible with ChatGPT. So that I have been using for many. So therefore, it is not only for the paper writing, but during your career in research, for many other aspects, you can use this. But as I mentioned, it has to be, with caution. Thank you. Now we are done almost. Let us try, with the actual ChatGPT. That's what now I'm going to do it. Let me start that. I will stop sharing this. Can you see my screen now?
Yes, sir.
Is that okay? It says introducing ChatGPT. Is it clear?
Yes, yes.
Okay, right. Now this is what you get. Those who know any idea, go to Google, type ChatGPT, and then you get this, and then you enter the button, you get this prompt or this picture. And it is developed by OpenAI. And then what you need to do is try ChatGPT. This is, can you see that it pops up? Now you need to go there and then click this twice. See, you're done now. So that what you need is, here there is a small box underneath. I have to type what I am now going to ask for. Now, as I mentioned, I'm now trying to focus on, the introduction. Title part I have already given. I don't want to, waste time. Let's say, give me an introduction on assume that this is my title. Okay, assume that this is my title. Now I'm asking, give me an introduction on this. So here I have embedded with the Ginger, one of the packages, because why? I don't want to type wrong, the words, because since this is training, whenever you type wrong, it may cause some problems. So therefore, now look at, the moment you get this particular widgets, you just go and click. Not that again. It it takes a bit of time because computer is slow. Now see, now it's going to give you. I'm trying to finish pretty fast. I'm not going to show you everything, but if you just get one, you may be able to see. Now see, it keeps typing. It is basically, very slow because I already, shared with you. So that's why it's basically slow. Otherwise, it is pretty fast. All right. Now this is how you're going to get it. Now let us look at. Now I'm asking, give me the same with references. Now what has happened? Something went wrong. Now you can say that I have been cut off because at this time it is, basically so that I have to start again. What I do is regenerate. Difficult. So then what I'm now going to do is I have to start from very beginning, right? So that I have to ask this again. I will, try to copy. We'll go back. I'll go there again. I will type again. See, it is pretty fast now. I'm asking, give me the same with references. Look at this. Can you see the references? APA methods, but this is not correct. You need to find out what is, how to find out the right one. You see, keeps giving you. Look at the references. That is amazing. So that is amazing. But the thing is, they do purposely masking. So therefore, you may not be able to get the right name. Okay, but if you want, you can type again. Elaborate this section further. See, certainly. Now they're trying to give you more. So always I keep doing this one for many times, at least 5-6 times. Why? And then they're trying to give you the highest quality. Initially, they are very general statements, but the more you ask ChatGPT to elaborate, it will give you more and more standard format of writing. And sometimes, if they don't have anything to give, they will say, no, I have no any other way of elaborating. So that's what they say. All right, okay. So you get the idea how you're going to get it, so that you follow the method that I have given you, and you can be able to develop like this. Now, next one, what I'm doing is I'm now going to go similar method for each and every paragraph of introduction. Now, this is only general introduction, not useful at all. But why then I start like this? Training. I want to train this tool. Now it basically understood my area in which I work. Then when I ask section by section, it will give you more precise data and information. Okay, it would give you precise data and information. That is the very reason for me to start with the very, the I would say a simple form, and then I go deep and deep and deep to get exactly what I want. All right, right. Since time has gone, I would like to just stop it here. Professor Ajit, can I be able to take some questions? Dr. Nayani, can we be able to? What is the time given? Can we take one or two questions?
Yes.
Sorry for taking time, because that is how it is basically. But I think there is a girl who is waiting.
Thank you so much for the informative and nice presentation, sir. Shall I hand over Saji? Can ask any question?
So I have two questions.
Yeah.
First one is, it is when it comes to the results and discussion, it is mostly related to the sentence-based inputs. So can we input the data as a table or in tabulated form and get an interpretation for our results mathematically using this software?
Not really. This cannot give you that, but what it can do is, if you give your data, they will give you how to analyze this data using some other. That is possible, right? So therefore, mainly what people ask for is, some kind of a coding. Now, if you have a data, if you want to do some other analysis using Python, you can be able to do, so that they will give you the coding. You basically copy that and go to the one of the platforms of Python, and what you libraries, and then you paste it, and that library itself give you all analysis, anything possible there. But what ChatGPT is going to give you is a coding. Understood?
Yes.
Okay. What is your second one?
So once we feed our data in sentence mode or anything, is there a chance for somebody to steal our data, or is there a security for our data when it?
It is not possible for someone to steal. But remember, whatever your data will be stored in ChatGPT's computers, so in servers. So that is there. Sometimes they just retrieve anything for data, because after 2021, the ChatGPT cannot get it. But so therefore, my advice is, do not give your actual keep memorizing, but it never happens. If you do not
ඉම්බ වෙච්ච අවස්ථාවන් වල මා ඇගෙන් උරා බීපු කිරි ප්‍රමාණය මේ මහා සාගර ජලයට වඩා